and you know, we haven't decided. You know, we never say, if it's not a very obvious point in the song where we go bright or where we go, you know, we haven't really decided who is gonna do what kind of placement where. It's just it comes together as we rehearse the song many times. So, and it's a little bit different every time. F. Yeah.
Is there anyone around who cannot see? It's the well-known runaround you're giving me. I suppose you'll tell me I'm all wrong. Am I wrong? It's a bitter pill to take.
That's enough. So different sounds going on and different, right? So that's the result of all that we learned of all of our years in bars.
So how about? Okay, so how about if we break it down a little bit, or maybe we can tweak it towards more of one side of it a little bit. Maybe we can do a. What? So let's do a little bit more. Have a little brighter sound, like have a little bit more. Add some more bite to it.
Yeah. Okay. So this would be a part of the duetting phase that we did two days ago, where say Emmanuel and I would do a duet, and you know, even though something might work, this is another aspect of the rehearsal. Like, could we get, so Jacob's asked for a bit more bite.
Was that for the whole quartet?
Maybe I can try it. I think I could sing with.
Okay.
Probably try and sang the whole thing in falsetto now, pretty much. Maybe I can try and add some.
Okay.
Maybe I can add something in the beginning. Add
Yeah.
some more
Okay.
bite to the
Cool.
sound.
Oh, sorry.
Is there anyone around who cannot see? It's the well-known runaround you're giving me. I suppose you'll tell me I'm all wrong.
So this is I think this is very interesting. I'm starting to analyze as we go. My placement will change a lot because of what function I am in the chord. If I sing a major 7, which is a kind of a major 7 to the bass, I won't sing it C because I want the difference between the root and the major 7. I want that to be heard clear, so I sing it kind of E instead. And if I'm on an octave and I just want to kind of reach down and help the sound there, I get wrong. Stuff like that. It's just automatic, but when I start thinking about it, there's a lot of changes in my placement is going on as we sing.
So what if
I liked what you were doing.
Okay, so what if we try it 2 times, just the first sort of phrase, me and Rasmus only, and I'm gonna do 2 different ways, and you know, this is sort of how we play with it. I want to try doing it in 2 different ways and just see, you know, what way we like the best, or you know, maybe we'll apply a little bit of both or something. And we're not going to decide now, but just to show you an example of, you know, how we play around with the sound. Yeah, sorry.
Jacob, you said something a minute ago about you sang it mostly in falsetto. Are you more limited in what you can do to change your placement when you're singing falsetto as opposed to full voice?
I'd say the impact of his placement doesn't have as much effect on the quartet sound because of his pure volume. It's not the same when he sings falsetto. Can I see that volume when when we're singing, you know, C, all of us are singing a lot louder. But if he switches to chest voice, the volume pyramid all of a sudden goes. Jacob is in the sound a lot more, right? And then he can affect the sound of the quartet with his placement a lot more.
So I'll sing the intro with Rasmus in 2 different ways, and you know, either way works. I think it's just a matter of what you feel like. Okay.
Is there anyone around you cannot see? It's the well-known runaround you're giving me.
Okay, so that's enough. And let's do it. I'll try something else.
Other Jacob.
I'll do something.
Is there anyone around you cannot see? It's the well-known runaround you're giving me. Yeah.
Could you tell a difference?
So this is why we usually tell Jacob to chest voice more.
Okay, but you know, and we'll play around like this in all the different duets or trios, and you know, just experiment and find different ways of doing it. And you know, sometimes both works. You know, both works. It creates ring and all that. It's just a subjective preference. It's just a matter of taste.
Yeah.
I have a very basic question,
Yes.
and I'll ask you, Rasmus.
Okay.
What is it? What is the lead experience in a quartet at this level? I mean, most of us can relate to being in a quartet at the chapter level, where the lead is just doing the best he can to carry his part, maintain pitch, work in some dynamics and that kind of thing, good attacks and releases. But I'm gathering the quartet experience at this level is you are also tuning, changing to the other parts. You're not just singing the melody. Just wondering if you could give us some sense of what that experience is like.
Okay, so nowadays it's more pleasant than it used to be. It used to be lots and lots of hard work because of many things, and that's why I always say lead is the hardest part. I had to be a huge participant in creating the sound, the boom, because what we kind of figured out is the next lowest part in the chord, which is either baritone or lead mostly, always like this, has the biggest responsibility for the boom. Yes. So that having to do that all the time, kind of being very aware of when that needs to happen to keep the bigger wall of sound going, and then also being, you know, the stylish melody singer, just trying to, you know, portray whatever I want to portray, and then on top of that being the main you know, sort of presentation face of the quartet at the same time. All these tasks, just, you know, and in coaching, I usually felt like it was a lot on me, a lot.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff.
Is fatigue a real issue? Lead fatigue?
Yes. You know, and then, but nowadays it's more like we have sung so much, and we've come this far now, and it's a lot more pleasant to be the lead. I don't feel like it's all these issues are. Maybe it's because I just learned how to do it, or I don't know. But it doesn't feel like lots of big issues anymore for me. So.
What's your ages?
27 and